Previous lecture we discussed about annuity and its types. Basically, we have two types of annuity. The first one is ordinary annuity, and the other one is annuity due. Okay, and before that, we also discussed about the parts of annuity. That what are different parts of ordinary annuity? Like you see that equal cash flow. We have discussed this equal cash flow, and also we discussed that. We pay at the end of the period or we receive at the end of a period. Similarly, we discuss about the annuity due, that we receive or pay payment at the beginning of each period, while it has also equal series of payment. Okay. Now today we have to discuss the formulation of annuity, that through which formula we can calculate the annuity. Okay. So first of all we have ordinary annuity. Okay, and in ordinary annuity we have future value annuity. Future value annuity. So as we know that in annuity cash flows occur at the end of each period. Okay, cash flows occur at the end of each period. As you see, as you saw this, okay, in the first and in the zero time at P0, we don't have any cash flow, but after a year, after a time period, after a specific time period, we have different cash flows of equal payment. And how to calculate? So we have this future value annuity formula. Simply we have to multiply this R. What is R? R is periodic cash flow. Let's say 10,000 is your R. So it will be in the second year as the same amount, and as well as in the last year, in the nth year. Okay. So this is the formulation. Okay. You have to calculate it like that. Number of years. Let's suppose you have number of years 3. So minus 1 from the number of years. So the power will be remaining as 2, okay? And for next year you have to again, let's suppose number of years are 3, so you have to minus 2, so the power will be remaining 1, okay? Now let's see that how to calculate it. So we are using the previous example. As in the previous class we discussed, the cash outflow is or inflow is $1,000 and the rate of interest is 7%. Okay, R is 1,000 and rate of interest is 7%. And how many number of years we have? So it's 1, 2 and 3. So n is equal to 3. So how to calculate it? It's very simple. First of all, you have to calculate. I am going to write down here the formula. Okay. Future value annuity is equal to 1,000 multiplied by 1.07. Okay. And how many number of years we have? It's 3 number of years. We have to minus 1. Okay, as we discussed in the previous formula, that you have to minus 1 from the number of years. So we have 3 number of years and we have to minus 1, so it becomes like this. Is that clear to you? Okay. Now for the second year, at the end of the second year, how to calculate? So future value annuity is equal to 1,000 R 1.07. Interest rate will be the same, just number of years will be changed. 3 minus, what we have to minus here? It's 2. We have to minus 2 here. Okay. So it becomes like this one. So come to the last one, how we calculated it. So 1,000 1.07. 3 minus, what we have to minus? So in the first case we minus 1, in second case we minus 2, and in third case exactly 3, we have to minus 3. So it becomes 0. What? It becomes 0 like this. And if 1 has a power of 0, so it will be equal to 1. If 1.07 has a power of 0, so it will be equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by 1000 will be equal to 1000. So at the end, when we calculate the future value annuity of each year, we have to total it. And at the end, we will find out that the future value annuity is 3215. So this is the way you have to calculate the future value annuity. Okay. Now the second topic we have annuity due. What is this? Future value annuity due. Remember, in future value annuity due, we have to receive or pay the amount, the R, at the beginning, at P0, at the beginning of each period, like in this, and this one, and up to N. And the last period, there will be nothing at the last. Okay. So how to calculate it? It will be calculated as like this formula. And first you have to write equal number of years. Then in the second, what is the difference between the both? In this formula, in ordinary annuity, we started with this n minus 1. But in annuity due, n minus 1 is for the second year. So this is the difference between the annuity due and ordinary annuity. So now we have to calculate the same amount, the same example for future value annuity due. Okay. Let's see. For the first year, how to calculate it? 1000 multiplied by 1.07 number of years. Okay, first collect the data. It's interest, it's R, and how many number of years? So n is equal to 3. Number of years is equal to 3. Let's see. 1000 multiplied by 1.07, and how many numbers of years we have? 3. So we have to write here 3. Okay, so the amount will be as a result of this. Okay, next 1000 multiplied by 1.07, and number of years will be, by using this formula, look at that, n minus 1. So how many n's we have? We have 3n minus 1. Okay, so it will become 2 like this. For the last year, how we will calculate? So 1000 multiplied by 1.07 up to 3 minus 2. So it will become this one. So here is the difference between both. Let's check the amount. It is 3440, and what was the amount in this one? 3215. Let's check the difference. 3215. So the difference between both is $225, which is a very big amount. $225 is the difference if you are using different annuity formulas. If you are following the annuity, ordinary annuity, so you will get this result. If you are using annuity due, so you will get this result. So as we discussed in previous class, that annuity due is good for receiving payment, and ordinary annuity is good for paying any amount, for paying any obligation. Let's see, if you are paying through an ordinary annuity, so you have to pay this. Or if you are paying an amount and you calculate it through annuity due, so you will lose 225 rupee dollars. Okay, so this is the basic difference between annuity due and ordinary annuity. We have to discuss about the present value of annuity. Okay, present value of annuity, and if there is symbol A, so it means that it is ordinary annuity. Okay, and it is present value. Okay, now how to calculate the present value of annuity? Okay, let's suppose we have R, we have interest rate, and we have a number of years. So we can calculate the present value of an annuity by using this formula. Okay, it's simply PVA is equal to R divided by 1 plus interest rate over N. Okay, it's the summary of the formula, and in another form you can calculate it by this, for 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on. Okay, so now we have to calculate through an example. Okay, as we know that the number of years are 3, the interest rate is 7, and R is 1000. So how we will calculate it? Let's see, for the first year, so it will be like 1000 divided by, in present value we have discounting factor, in future value we have compounding factor. So there is discounting factor, we we have to divide it. 1000 is divided by 1.07 over 1. So we will get this result. Okay, now the second one is 1000 divided by 1.07 over 2. Okay, in the first year we have to write 1, in the second year we have to write 2, and the third year we have to write 3 simply. Okay, for the third year 1000 divided by 1.07, 3 simply. Look like this, 1, 2, 3, and at the end we have to sum all of them, and you will get the value, the present value of annuity due, that is 2624. Now we have to calculate, as you know that it is PVAD. AD means annuity due, and what are the meaning of A? A meanings are ordinary annuity. Okay, now the same example, we have interest and R, and there is the formula. Okay, so the difference between this is, first of all we have to take 0, then 1, then n minus 1. Okay, now we have this calculation. We have rate of interest, we have the value of R, and the number of years, which is 3. So how to calculate it? How we calculated the first year, this one. this value. How we calculated it? Just look at that. 1000 divided by 1 plus interest rate over 0. So 1000 divided by 1.07 or 0. And I told you that if 1.07 is having the power of 0, so it will be equal to 1. So using this mechanism you will got 1000 here. Okay. In second, what we have to do? 1000 divided by 1.07, 1. Okay. Here, let's check there is any number of years, any previous number of years. There is no previous number of years. That's why we use 1. In this case, we have 1 year left here. Here we have a previous year. Okay. So that's why 1. In the second case, we have 2 previous number of years, 2 installments. So we will calculate it 1.07 over 2. For the second year, we will use here 2. Okay, and at the end, we will get the result, which is 2808. So it is the value of present value annuity due. Okay, so you can do practice at home. and giving you some assignments. Let's suppose you have rate of interest of 10 and R is equal to 40,000 and number of years are 5. It is 1. It is for future value annuity and for as well as for future value annuity due. Okay, so you have to find out this and this. And the second one is you have R is equal to 35,000 and interest is equal to 9% while number of years is equal to 7. So you have to find out present value annuity, ordinary annuity and present value annuity due. So it's your home task. You have to perform it, you have to practice it, and if you have any problem, you can discuss it in the discussion board. Okay, so please note this one as your home task. Okay. Now we're going to close this chapter by adding other things, other important things. Okay, we have some steps to solve time value of money problem. First of all, read the problem thoroughly. Read it at least 2 times. Okay, at least if you are understanding in first time, then go for another read, because sometimes we omit something. So you have to read it again and again for better understanding. Okay, after that, determine if it is present value or future value. You have to find out it, as I taught you in the class, that how to find out that it is the question or it is a problem related to present value or it is a problem related to the future value. Okay, it is very important step. If you wrong it, so whole solution will be wrong. Okay, now create a timeline as I draw in different. Create a timeline of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it will be provided to an ease to understand it is annuity due or it is an ordinary annuity. Okay, now put cash flow and arrows on timeline. Like in previous, we draw some arrows, okay, on timeline, so it will help you to calculate each and everything and determine if solution involves a single cash flow, annuity stream or mixed cash flow. So you have to find out that it's a problem of single cash flow. You are just receiving a single amount, or you receiving a series of payment, or it's a mixture. Okay. and then solve the problem. You know the formulas that how to solve this problem. You have different formulas of present value and future value, as well as present value annuity due and future value annuity due. Okay.